backstage at the National FFA Convention right after the most recent Proficiency Award announcements, and one of the winners from Ohio, Jared Weigant of the new Bremen FFA chapter. Jared, congratulations to you. Tell us more about your proficiency area and your work.
So my proficiency area is landscape management. It consists of any person in the landscape industry who does irrigation, hardscape, seed operations, and landscape operations, and has an SAE through the FFA. So that's the qualifications for that proficiency. So I'm a 6th generation landscaper, 4th generation going to be taking over the company. So that is my future plan, is going to be a future business owner with my twin brother. And so that's very exciting for me to look forward to. Currently, I'm attending the University of Northwestern Ohio for diesel and ag mechanics. That way, I can fix the equipment, as I am the head mechanic and co-landscape foreman as well. And fixing that equipment is very key to the operation because it reduces the downtime of the equipment and our overhead cost of that piece of equipment, because we can do that in-house. So those are two very key parts. The downtime is very key because in the landscape industry, we have a very short limited season. It's not like farming where you can put beans in the spring, harvest them in the fall, and put wheat in the fall and harvest it in the spring. When we're in the landscape season, it's in Ohio, it's from about April, March-ish sometimes, and it ends about October, November. So it's ending about right now. And it's just a big push. So it's the eight to 7 months is all hands on deck. Everyone's pushing out flat. So it's very intense, but that's the key part about the downtime is even though we try to keep the best equipment we can possible and the newest equipment, it's all going to break down. No matter what brand it is, no matter who makes it, no matter who sells it to you, it's going to break down. So that is a very key part of my SAE, is being able to fix that equipment, and has brought our business to the next level. As far as me being on the landscape side of things, I do stuff with calibrating of seeders and fertilizing. So I make sure that we have a good application rate of the fertilization and seed, that we're not wasting any. That way it increases our profits and reduces the cost for the customer, because with our profits increasing, we don't want to overcharge the customer if we don't have to, and want to be very competitive in that space, but still give the customer a good quality product and be very satisfied. I also do hardscape installation, fence installation, sod installation, irrigation installation, trees, snow removal. Do a lot of different things.
Jared, you do it all.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And also some concrete work too.
Ooh, that's its own specialty, my friend. Congratulations to you on that. And also, you've said that before a time or two, I think, in a few interviews. Let's talk a little bit about what are the things that you've learned maybe the most, or maybe has surprised you as you look back to, I've grown up in this business.
Yep.
I know it pretty well. But in my proficiency, I see this is the area I've grown in.
I would say one of those areas would be landscape design, and also the calibration of those seeders and stuff, and also dealing with the customers. I deal with every customer, from a residential customer all the way up to large project scale managers. Currently, we are on one of the biggest school projects in the state of Ohio, Miami Valley Career Center. So we're doing that. So I work on every scale of everything. So it's a lot of different customers, and it's amazing to me that I can learn all of those different customers and what their all needs are and what they all want in their product, and how we can deliver a quality product, because they're all a bit different in the operation of how they go about building a house versus building a huge commercial scale site. So those are two big things. The design is another thing. It's just very neat to me to see that transform. I use a software on a computer, and then I present that to the customer, and it's very neat for me to see that design transform the computer into that customer's yard, and then being very satisfied with it. It's very, very interesting and very intriguing to me.
Well, I can tell you're very excited about not only things that you've learned, but things for down the road.
Yeah.
Is there any advice that you would give to other FFA members out there, that want to have that sort of excitement about what they're doing for a career path?
So find what you're passionate about. It's just I grew up in the business, so it was easy to find my passion that way. Luckily, I'm very passionate about it. But if you may not like I don't like every part of my job. There's some parts where I'm like, I wish I sat in the office all day, or I did this, because I'm out in the snow, I'm out in the rain, it's cold. Everyone's grumpy because it's cold and they're hungry and they're on lunchtime. So, it gets that way is you got to find, at the end of the day, what you're satisfied about and what makes you feel valued by your values and what you want to do. And it makes me feel very satisfied that I'd like to be the owner and eventually. And also it just makes me feel very satisfied to be a leader now in the company and be able just always ask questions. If you have a boss, even if it's a manager, person right above you, always ask questions to them and strive to be better, because that's going to make that business better and that's going to make you better. And that's going to make you better to serve those people and to serve the customers. And that's going to, at the end of the day, the business makes more money goes into your pocket, and that makes you a better employee, and that makes you make better skills. Be ambitious with it. It's okay that me personally, I'm only 18 years old, but I manage people older than me. That's okay. It's harder for those people to adjust because I am younger, but I have the experience of it being all my life and me putting the effort forth into getting there. It's okay to be younger than those people and get that done, but you also have to be considerate of those people who are older than you. So there may be some things not just with that you may know more about in one area, but they have some bit more life experience. So be able to take that advice from them. And you got to understand that they may be grumpy with you sometimes, or maybe frustrated because you're younger and you're getting told what to do by a younger person, but help try to calm those nerves with those people and get them excited about that, and make sure that you can work together. Because, I mean, I'm the leader of the team, but if someone has a suggestion, go for it. You know, I like to have people have the options of it, because if I'm doing a task, I like someone to have the options of doing it, because if they pick the option that's best for them, they're going to put more effort into it, they're going to get better at it, and they're going to have a better attitude about it, and it's going to be better for everyone all around.
Jared, one more question for you now that you're the best in the nation for this, according to Proficiency Awards. What length should I cut my grass at?
Depends on what climate it is of the year, and depends on what your lawn is. You know, your lawn mixture and stuff like that. I would say between 2.5 to 3 inches.
It's settled, 2.5 to 3 inches, and that's according to...
Just depends.
Honestly, look at this guy.
It depends on your preference too, as well. I mean, people like their lawn looking different. I mean, and there's certain applications where we cut it 1/2 inch for a top dressing application. So there's very different types of what your lawn is in the different climates.
Jared Weigant of the new Bremen FFA chapter joining us on the Ohio AgNet. Thanks.
We are Wilmington College,
where agricultural experience and learning meet.
The leadership and personal development skills I learned in FFA have allowed me to excel in the classroom and in our campus community.
Out of 4-year institutions, Wilmington College provides our students with the most hands-on experience starting year 1 at the academic farm.
At Wilmington College, the farm is our lab.
Because of Wilmington College, I have grown as a person, professional, and leader.
I've been able to further my education as a first-generation college student.
We are Wilmington College. Hands-on learning, hands-on living.